Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another AB Daily News with your hockey coach, guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 231. What you have in the menu, coach, today? First of all, very sadness news in the hockey world. Passed away at 52 years old. The number 29, GINO ODJICK. Then the Montreal Canadiens discovered two players, Dach and Samuel Montembeault this week. And finally, at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the Habs prospect weekly report. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey National Show, and leave me a comment about this episode. And let's dive in, talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about GINO ODJICK, passed away at 52 years old. GINO ODJICK, born in Milwaukee and Quebec, played for the Laval Titans and the QM, then was drafted by the Vancouver Canucks, 86 overall pick in 1990. During his time in the NHL, played 12 years, played for 4 different teams. He scored 64 goals, 73 assists, 137 points. But the most important, 2,567 minutes of penalties. He played 8 years with the Vancouver Canucks. He was the favorite player for the fans in Vancouver. And during the season 1993 and 1994, he scored 16 goals, the highest number of goals he did in the NHL during one season. Unfortunately, in 2014, ODJICK was diagnosed with amyloidosis, a rare disease that attacks his vital organs, specifically his heart. He was able to fight it off in 2014, but released a memo in 2020 that mentioned that he was returned. Unfortunately, GINO ODJICK passed away at 52 years old. Please leave me a comment about what do you remember the most of GINO ODJICK. And let's move on now, guys, for my next subject of the day. My next subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens discovered two players. Montreal have a great week, 2 W and 2 losses. But yesterday, they played a solid game against the New York Rangers. First of all, with many injuries happening this week. First, Jake Allen. Sean Monahan is still out of the lineup. And then last year, during the weekend, Jake Evans. And we know during the game against the Rangers, Juraj Slavkovsky have to left the game. During those injuries, great opposite other players. And we saw Dach really good during the weekend. Play as a center yesterday against the New York Rangers. He scored his 8th goal of the season. And he reached 27 points. This is the highest point he did during one season. Dach last year with 9 goals, 18 assists for 27 points. And the last 5 games, he has 5 points. And the last 6 games, he has 3 goals. But for me, yesterday, he showed exactly what maybe we're looking for. He's only 21 years old. 21 years old. And he proved to us yesterday how he carry on the puck, how he play on the 3 zone very well. He could become a really two-way center in NHL. We was really impressed by the performance of Dach during the weekend. But it's not over yet. What are you talking about? Because Samuel Montembeault have an amazing, great week. He was between the pipes since the first game of the week against Seattle, Nashville Predator, the New York Islanders, and the New York Rangers. Played the 3 game in the last 4 nights for the Montreal Canadiens. He did the back-to-back game, by the way. He reached his 8th W yesterday against the New York Rangers. That gave him the highest number of the W he did in one season since he played in the NHL. He have right now a save percentage of 910. His highest save percentage in 1 year, guys, is 894. He has stopped this week 150 shots on the 159 shot he faced, and then finally he stopped 74 save on the 37 shot he faced during the weekend. Just an amazing, great performance of Montembeault and Dach this weekend. Then the duo is back. What are you talking about? Caulfield, guys, he scored 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points in the last 5 games. He has now 26 goal with his assist yesterday. He was his first assist since November 23rd, by the way. Now, on the flip side, the center, Nick Suzuki, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points in the last 5 games. He scored his 16th goal during the weekend for the Montreal Canadiens. It's great to see both of them coming back with a good week. We know they struggled a lot in the last, at least for Nick Suzuki, in the last 6 weeks with the Montreal Canadiens. But I want to resume a little bit more for what Martin Saint-Louis said after the game against the New York Rangers.
Une grosse victoire de caractère. Tout le monde est engagé. Ça jouait pour le logo, puis bien fier des boys.
C'est rare.
Ben, il a mérité. Je trouve que Montembeault a mérité pas mal de ses départs cette année. Puis, en soi, il méritait de venir dans le net. Il a joué un bon match hier, de regarder dans le game. Puis, en soi, c'était une grosse différence.
Martin, tu as joué quand?
Ah, mais je pense pas à 21 ans, tu as atteint ton plafond. 21?
Oui.
Ouais, je pense pas que tu as atteint ton plafond. Non, ce qu'on voit, c'est très encourageant. Il est capable de jouer dans pas mal de différentes situations. Puis, il n'y a pas juste une game offensive, il y a un hockey fatigant, il regagne beaucoup de rondelles, il y a un côté physique. Non, c'est bien content d'avoir Dach.
Yeah, no, I mean,
he's got a game where he's able to control the game a little bit. You know, he's got a lot of poise in space. Even in not a lot of pace, he's got poise. In space, obviously, he's very creative. You know, he can cover a lot of ice with his size and reach. You know, we've all been intrigued. You know, can he play center in this league? And you know, he's 21 years old. I don't think any of us were ready to say that he wasn't going to be a center. Sometimes circumstances make you know, have to really take a look at that now. And not that we haven't throughout the season, but you're kind of forced into it now. And I thought you know, he gave us a really good game. Yeah, no, I think Susie and Cole have you know, found their game a little bit in the last, you know, half a dozen games. You know, it's a long season. You're going to hit some lows, but you know, they're back to themselves. You know, and now it's to find a way to keep them at that level as long as we can. And it's a hard thing to do in this league. You know, with the matchup, and sometimes you switch the lines, but the constant in the last, you know, half a dozen games is Cole and Susie. They brought their A game.
It was Martin Saint-Louis after the game against the New York Rangers. Here we go, guys. This concludes my second subject of the day. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Kirby Dach, Samuel Montembeault, and Suzuki and Caulfield in the last couple of games. Finally, it's Monday, and we know that Monday we do the Habs Prospect Weekly Report. This is the first one in 2023. We take a couple of weeks off because many players was off or they was play on the World Junior Championship. This week, guys, Joshua Roy continue exactly what he did with Team Canada during the World Junior Championship. 10 points, 3 goals, 7 assists, and 3 games. But Kidney, the new player with the Gatineau, got traded from Acadie Baturns to the Gatineau, have 1 goal, 9 assists, 10 points, and 3 games. And finally, Cédric Guindon continues to perform in the OHL with 2 goals, 5 assists, and 7 points. Finally, I want to mention other players. Sean Farrell have 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points, and 2 games. Lane Hudson, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, and 2 games. And then Davidson with the Seattle Thunderbird and WHL have 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points, and 3 games. By the way, I want to mention to you with a very bad news. Vincent Rover, 35 overall pick for the Montreal Canadiens and 2022, have a really bad injury during the game Thursday night. He was out of the ice on stretcher. The good news, he was released from the hospital 48 hours later. But unfortunately, he's going to be out indefinitely with no timeline when he's going to come back. We did not know too much about the situation with him or the fact he has to be rest. Is it a concussion behind this? Is it an injury at the neck area on the back? We really don't know. The good news, he was able to walk and moving his arm and finger. So that's the good news about Vincent Rover. We definitely follow up with any update we heard from Vincent Rover in the next couple of weeks. Until then, my friend, this concludes this subject, Ab prospect. Leave me a comment. Tell me more about what you think about the performance of Roy or Kidney or any other players. Here we go. This concludes, guys, my episode today. We talk about Kirby Dach, Samuel Montembeault, Suzuki, and Cole Caulfield, the Ab prospect weekly report, and obviously a sad news in the hockey world. GINO ODJICK passed away at 52 years old. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe to our Canadian Show. Leave me a comment about this episode. We wish you an amazing, great day, everybody. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. And, of course, it's the beginning of the week, so I wish you an amazing, great week, everyone.